Hey guys, you can call me Mellon. I'm not gonna give out my real name. But if you are one of those shark-worshipping assholes from my school, then you probably know who I am. Here's a fact about me. I have misophonia. Misophonia is a mental condition in which certain sounds, or sometimes songs in my case, affect you negatively and cause you to have emotions like stress, anger, sadness, annoyance, fear, and can sometimes even traumatize you. This condition is not very common, which makes people who have the condition a victim to teasing, harassment, and bullying. Now onto my story. You probably know Baby Shark, a children's song that went viral in 2016. To most of you, it may be just another annoying children's trend like I Am a Gummy Bear, Cotton Eye Joe, or Skibidi Toilet, but to me, it's the epitome of trauma, abuse, and torment. It all started when I was in kindergarten. I first heard the song playing downstairs and wondered what song it was. I didn't mind the song at first. Then, about a few days later, my school played the exact same song and made us dance to it. Even in kindergarten, Baby Shark was one of the songs our teachers sang with us. As time passed, I started to grow tired of the song. By second grade, I've had enough of that song. They played it in PE and I ran away covering my ears. That's when I decided that I now hated the song. I was the odd one out, and everyone started making fun of me for not liking such a trendy song aimed at young kids like them. They sang the song at me and watched me get pissed. Well, that wasn't the beginning of my bullying. Before I hated Baby Shark, I was bullied for my irrational fear of elephants because I get triggered and get panic attacks from hearing their trumpeting sounds. I still have that phobia today. But my bullying over Baby Shark was even worse and more severe, and had a bigger impact on my life. By third grade, I had a fake friend who tried to get me to like Baby Shark, such as making versions of Baby Shark with my favorite characters. By fourth grade, everyone in my grade level knew me as the girl who had meltdowns over Baby Shark. In fifth grade, a kid in my class would not leave me the fuck alone and tried to get me to make peace with Baby Shark. When he was literally traumatizing me at school for years, the kid also would find out my other triggers and use them against me, such as train whistles, and watch me have meltdowns over them. The kids and the environment made me more and more insane and also made me grow a phobia of large groups of children, in fear that they might trigger me or bully me. In middle school, I had hard times trying to get from class to class because kids in the hallways would always try to trigger me every chance they got. One time, a kid sang Baby Shark at me and I snapped at them, asking why they always torment me. And he was like, I'm just singing Baby Shark, when he clearly knew I was triggered by that song because he started singing when I was in his vicinity. Around that time was when I discovered a shield to protect myself, earbuds. I would connect them to my computer and play something like white noise or my favorite songs so I can block out anyone who tries to trigger me. However, the school was against me using them in the hallway, as they said I was not allowed to have my laptop out in the hallway, which allowed the bullies to trigger me when transitioning. In class, I also wasn't allowed to listen to them while the teacher was talking, which allowed the bullies to try and trigger me while I was listening to the teacher. The bullying was so bad that I had to be taken out of school to do homeschooling several times. First in the middle of third grade, then again in fourth grade, then in sixth grade, and last in eighth grade. Sixth and eighth grade was the best for me because I took flexible courses on a virtual school website and didn't have to deal with any triggers at all. Eighth grade was when things got really bad. Eighth grade was when I started to get bullied not only for my triggers, but also for my interests. If you didn't know, I'm fictoromantic, which means I'm romantically, but not sexually attracted to fictional characters, all of which being animals or non-humans, such as Sergio from the Casa Grandes, Taffy from Taffy, and King from the Owl House. The third one helped me a lot with my trauma. In first period, I enjoyed drawing my crush and favorite characters on the whiteboard, but these jerks from my class kept writing insults on it once I finished. Every week we'd have board wars. Outside of that class, I was still bullied for my triggers. One time, when I was about to go home, some kid looked at my computer in which I was looking at images of Taffy, and he literally said, "Is that Baby Shark?" to piss me off. He clearly did that on purpose, because Taffy looks nothing like Baby Shark at all. Then came the fateful day, January 16, 2025. At the time, King from the Owl House was my newest crush ever since an online friend introduced him to me. They're gonna have to be thanked for that, because King was the one who helped me get over something really traumatizing that was gonna happen on January 16th. Also, side note, many of my online friends relate to me because they have misophonia and other irrational fears as well. The friend who introduced me to King was also bullied, especially online, for their fear of bees buzzing. And I helped defend them because I went through many of the same things as them. Anyways, on to the horrible 16th of January. I was on my way to lunch. I thought I was safe because the teacher let me leave the classroom a few minutes early, so I didn't have to suffer the crowd. But no, there was a kid in the hallway who tried to trip or touch me and then sang Baby Shark on purpose. That was the last straw. I had the biggest mental breakdown ever. This was so bad that I nearly committed suicide. There was a staircase that I was about to jump off of, but instead, I dashed into the lunchroom and had a huge, chaotic mental breakdown. I was screaming curse words and holding the middle finger. This was all the bullies' faults. If it weren't for them triggering me and making me become more and more insane all these years, I wouldn't be like this. The next day, I got sent into a psych ward for 4 days. Thankfully, thinking about my newest crush King helped me cheer up and get released. After that, I got taken out of public school for the final time, so I will never have to deal with those assholes again. King from the Owl House helped me a lot in my life. Ever since then, I've seen King as a guardian angel who deserves praise and love, while Baby Shark as a horrible demon who should be sent back to the pits of hell where he belongs, where he should be tormented and abused for eternity for all the shit he's done to my life. I like to imagine a scene where Baby Shark is tormented and abused and everyone humiliates him by singing songs he hates at him, which are my favorite songs, such as Vocaloid and songs from my favorite shows like Kimono Friends and Precure. And he is getting triggered back for all those years of tormenting me, while he is forced to watch King get praised and loved by the same people abusing him. All while Baby Shark cries and throws a huge tantrum that his undeserved popularity has fallen. You deserve it, dumbass. Every now and then, I imagine me and King stomping and killing Baby Shark, and my bullies the same way Bellows, the villain of the Owl House, was defeated, in which King also stomped on him too. Oh, and speaking of Baby Shark, this year is gonna be his 10th anniversary. Usually, I don't wish these kinds of things upon people, but because Baby Shark was a huge part of my trauma, I'm gonna have to say this. And happy 10th anniversary, Baby Shark. Go burn in hell. From now on, I'm gonna be virtually schooled for the rest of my life. I'm never returning back to that hellhole of a public school. And the bullies, if you're watching this is all your fault. If you didn't use my weakness against me for fun, I wouldn't have ended up like this, but you just had to. I will never ever ever forgive you for all those years of torment. Final message. I hope you burn in hell for what you did to me. Goodbye, guys.